Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm playing with the Counterfeit Kit challenge for the bingo, and I'm using this sketch from Creative Memories because it's Sunday and I thought, why not? My title's going to switch spots and it's not going to be exactly the same, but it's a jumping off point. And so I'm going to do obviously a grid layout today. And I have a ton of pictures. So these are all pictures of us at Heritage Park and showing my kids. So that takes off the children part, and it's celebrating the Christmas holidays. This is one of our traditions, so it could be a holiday block as well. And it also has contrasting colors, and I imagine there's a photo one that would match for this too, but the bingo's not in front of me at the moment, so we're going with that. So I cut all my photos down to 3.5 inches square, and then all of the blocks underneath are going to be a 4x4, which fits a 12x12 perfectly and makes this really easy to come together. So this layout from a start to finish took me about 40 minutes, and that's cropping all my pictures and that kind of stuff off screen and doing the flippy flap off screen. So I'm going to cut into this brand new piece of paper from Simple Stories, the vintage Believe collection, which is, I love this. It's so pretty. I'm going to cover up some of that beautiful paper, but it's paper, and yeah. And so I'm going to cut one more strip of this one and use the green as part of the background too, even though that notebook paper, I just love it, but it's just not going to be the whole thing because you wouldn't see the squares as much then. So I did not cut down my base paper yet, just because my trimmer is acting a little funny and isn't always doing the best of straight cuts at the 12x12. So what I decided to do is I'm going to start on a bottom corner. I know these are all 4x4. And so I'm going to get these on lined with the bottom, and then the next all the way across, and then work my way up. So just deciding what I want there. I like some of that red more in there, which a lot of it's going to get covered up, so it really doesn't matter me switching them out. And then you can see the little bit I need to cut off on the side there, and then there'll be a little bit on the top. I'm going to get this adhered as well. I'm going to flip this so the poinsettia is at the top, just so those reds aren't right beside each other. It's going to be right beside the top one, but it is what it is. And then this one I'm just aligning on the side because it'll be good enough at that point. I could have went the other edge too. It wouldn't have mattered because both of those need to get cut off. And then I needed to go get some more tape because I used up my tape runner. Get this last square on, and then I wasn't thinking about having to trim, so I pulled the flip off because if I trim that, I'm just going to cut my fold, and that's not going to work so well. So there we go. And then this side too, I'm just taking off the itty bitty that needs to be cut off. So there we go. And then this can go right back on, and then I can get my photos on. So for the flip-flap ones, I'm putting the sheep together on one of the flip, and I'm putting the bunnies together because then I have, another sheep picture, lots of sheep pictures, the maize, the geese, and a goat. So that would work out okay. So there's a lot of little critters. We're at Heritage Park for their Christmas holiday, event that they run. And this year, not all years, but this year they had a petting zoo. And so the kiddos were really, really excited about it when we went this year. I think this is about 2018. I looking at the kids, it might be a little bit earlier than that, but I'd have to look that up. So just getting them on the sketch, there was 3 in one corner and 3 in the other corner. I'm flipping the corners just because of the way kids are looking and things are happening, but I could have kept it the same, but I didn't. thought about putting a tag up on that top part. That top part is blank right now, and that's where my journaling will go. I chose these pictures because of this fawn and the presents, because yeah, we're in a petting zoo. Of course, I need to put that little baby deer on here. So, and then this wreath I pull off, and then I am going to put back on in a minute. This sticker says Wonder, and it's going to go just underneath like that. And then I have 2 stickers of these, so I'm just double checking to see what I've got, because some of the words I've used to see if there's words that I want to use that I've already used or not used. I'm going to put my title down here, and it's going to say Wonderful Holiday Traditions, because I thought that would work. And then it maintains some of the notebook paper. And then I am going to layer up the wreath, because yesterday's layout had poinsettias on it. It is a companion page to this one. And so I did them one after another. And so you get to see them one after another. I don't always do that with layouts. Sometimes I jump around. But if I do know I have like these pictures to come back to that go with something else, I will put the pictures in with the collection that I'm using. So it reminds me, hey, before you do anything else with this, there's these ones that you have something that you need to match. So I have a lot of this collection. So yay, I'm going to play with this for a bit. Just sorting out other things. This one says, love this. And the words that went by the deer are, oh, what fun, more of this. And you obviously see me pull out some of the stars, and I'm going to pull out some more, because why not? They're cute. So that flip-flap kind of goes off a little bit, but I pulled out a couple of scrap pieces, a holly jolly tag, and some other stars. I'm going to get the title on, so I'm going to use this really thick sticky foam for the holiday traditions. Also adds a little bit of dimension on my page, a little bit of interest because of the shadowing that gives. And then add some stars. And this one. I'm going to deal with this top corner. So I do want the poinsettia to overlap underneath the flap. And obviously underneath the wreath. And then this one, I did think about having the white show, but it's just gonna get put down so the white doesn't show, like so. And I'm gonna pull it down so it overlaps the other one too, just so that it matches that a little bit. A little bit more foam on this sticker so that it does not stick in the middle and give weird divots, I guess is a way to say it, because sometimes that happens and then I have to fix it. Well, that's not so much fun. And then this says a season of joy, and then I'm going to put fabulous on top of it, and I thought that tied in those other word stickers as well. And then this is my journaling spot, so I'm going to put this red gingham, which is on my other page, here, and then the holly jolly is going to go on top, and it is going to get a bit of foam underneath that tan polka dot piece. And I'm going to get her down right away because I'm not going to, look at me not fuss. And that there. I'm going to use a piece of this foam again, which does add a bit of dimension, but that's okay. And then this was a little awkward to cut off, so I do go about it this way, but I don't know why it was awkward, it just was awkward. And then holly jolly goes on, and then a couple of the stars. So this one here, and then one more. And then this is where my journaling is going to go here in a second. And my head gets in the way, so I will draw some lines so it's mostly straight, and then I'm going to use a black pen, and it says Heritage Park is always a favorite during the Christmas season. You and Evie really loved all the critters this year. And then I'm putting a piece of foam underneath the Seasons of Joy because that little bit is off and just needs it. And then it's going to get a few more stars. Oh, and then get this tab on, and then on the other side of it, because you can see the tab, I'm going to put another tab and glue down the poinsettia tips and kind of try to score that a little bit. And then this blissed one is going to go on the inside. And more stars. Try to get about 3 in each part. It's not all of them have 3, but some of them just 2, but most of them 3. And here are some close-ups. There'll be also some still shots to follow. I will have the Counterfeit Kit blog linked below. I would love it if you took a look at yesterday's layout. If you haven't yet, that would be wonderful. And yeah, just looking at the flip flaps, a little bit slower there. And here are the still shots. I really appreciate you being with me today and watching my video. If you liked my video, I would love the thumbs up. If you're new here, I hope I've done enough for you to subscribe. And if you comment below, I always get back to my comments. I really appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much. I hope you and your family had a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. Here's some other videos. Thanks again for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.